Everybody, I'm out here in the field, um, just a random field. Actually, it's behind the high school. You can kind of see the whole high school maybe over there in the distance. I'm not good with cameras and phones and things, but I thought I would take a few minutes to introduce you to what I'm going to ask you to do for the next few weeks. I call it going outside, which is obvious. Here I am, but the excitement might be a little hazy on what I'm actually expecting you to do. So I picked a spot. I don't know, I walked for a while until I could find a spot that I could reliably come back to. And actually, I'm looking for a place to sit. There aren't nearly enough park benches around here back at the high school. So if somebody's looking for a project, you can do that. But I found this nice little branch here. You can see my sticks, walking sticks are over there. And that's a good place to sit. But before I did that, I thought I'd just kind of walk you through some of the things that are going on. So it's about, a little after 6 on Tuesday, March 11th. It's about 50 degrees out, which is, I don't know, 18 degrees Celsius. I'll have to look that up. All right. And sunny, beautiful day, especially for March. I'm just coming out here and walking around, and I'm gonna look for a few plants and a few animals. Since it's my first time to this spot, everything I find is gonna be new, so I'm gonna take some low-hanging fruit kind of literally, and I'm gonna try to maybe figure out what kind of tree this is. So actually, I know what kind of tree this is because I've grown these in the past in my yard. I don't know if you can tell from the bark, but this is an apple tree. Very convincingly an apple tree. Now, I don't know if this is a domesticated apple tree or a crab apple tree. I've been by here in the summer, but I've never really looked. It could be a really old, probably, I don't know, 30, 40-year-old tree that was planted by whoever used to own this property before they built the school on it. But anyway, I know this is an apple tree, so there's the first thing on my list. Now, it's a little more challenging to find other plants, especially this time of year. But I can look around a little bit more, and one thing you could do is look at some dried out plants. Okay, so this is last year's flower. Now, I don't know exactly what species it is, but I know it's a goldenrod. Okay, and there's, I don't know, a bunch of different species of goldenrod out there. This is the flowers from last fall. And I know this is goldenrod because I always get excited when this blooms because my bees really love, it's kind of the last nectar they could get in the fall before they go to sleep. Okay, so there's 2 plants. Now, actually, here's a plant here. And now looking at it, doesn't look like much, but it's some kind of willow. And I think it's probably like a pussy willow, which has got the little furry catkins on it, but it might just be a regular kind of willow. It feels kind of furry. So, I'm not sure a pussy willow is actually a willow anyway, but anyway, there's plant number 3. Look how easy that was. It took, 3 minutes? 2 minutes? I don't know how long it took. Okay, now I got to find 3 animals as well. Now, I can't see very many animals, and what I would really recommend doing, and what I'm going to do, but I'm going to just do a continuous video here, is I'm going to go sit on that branch for maybe 5 or 10 minutes. Just let things settle, so that whatever animals might be around might decide to come out. It's a good idea to do this later in the evening or maybe first thing in the morning, because that's when more of the animals are active. But I can cheat and I can find signs of animals. That counts. Okay, so if I look down here, this is one of the reasons I picked this plant. If I look down here, I don't know if you can see that bark is all chewed up. All right, so I know there was an animal here. I'm going to guess from the height of it, it was probably a rabbit. Okay, it's about, I don't know, 1.5 feet off the ground at most, maybe a foot off the ground. With snow, it would have been, a few inches off the ground. And so I'm pretty sure that was a rabbit. Could have been a deer, but if it was a deer, I'd expect it maybe to be a little higher up. Okay, now also I can hear behind me, and I don't know if you can hear it in the video, there's a bird. There it is. Now I can't see it. Actually, I can see it. It's up there in the tree calling to me. And it's a black bird. Can't tell what kind of bird it is, but I'm going to count it as a bird. And You know, if I don't know if I can do this, I might show you some ways to identify things, but there's a way you can just record a bird sound, and there's an app on the internet which will identify the bird just from its call. I'm not good with birds. Actually, the reason I came out here is because I saw two sandhill cranes in my backyard, and I thought, wow, that's pretty cool. Okay, so there's two animals. Now, I don't know if I can find a third real quick, or evidence of a third. All right. This time of year, it's probably a little late to find a nest left over from last year, although I bet there's a whole bunch of them in that apple tree. Probably robins. So it might take me a little while longer to find a third animal, but I bet I can find one. I won't do that on camera. So anyway, that's basically the exercise. We're gonna come out and basically give a little report on what the conditions are. It doesn't have to be on video. This is gonna be all on paper unless you really want to make a video. And you know, what temperature it is and kind of what the weather's like, and just do a general survey and find 3 new plants and 3 new animals. All right, so that's it. I'm gonna sit here for a while and see if I can find a third animal.